Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today on our Tech Talk. It is 8:15, so we will get going here. I am Kelsey Hansen. I am our Business Development Manager with YieldMaster Solutions. And joining us today on our Tech Talk is going to be Chris Graf, also with YieldMaster Solutions, and Josh O'Brien with AgriSciences Biologicals. As we kind of get going today, we just wanted to launch our new products with YieldMaster Solutions. And we really wanted to start today with our full season crop care and just how our product guide is going to be classified this year. So first, we are just going to start with priming, nourishing, and enhancing our crops. And this is kind of the way that our portfolio is going to be separated as you look at it for the season. So first, with priming, we really want to talk about how we can prime that plant and what we can do to it to make sure that we're working with the environment and planting and all of those stress mitigating pieces that we can help make sure that it gets started the best way possible. Next, we'll move into the nourishing pieces and products. And this is really going to target that nutrition that we can offer the plant, that we can really help it along the season to really make sure that it's getting the fuel that is needed for the growth and development of the plant. Next, it will be enhancing. So we'll have enhancing products, and this is really providing some of the microbial pieces that are really going to help unlock different biological powers in the plant, in the soils and things like that, that are making sure that those pieces are done in the soil and in the plant. And moving on from there, we just really want to talk about our timing. So we've changed it a little bit this year, offering different pieces for pre-season, planting, our in-season products that are good to use during those times of the year, and then after season. And as you can see with this, it's really explaining which products work best during those times of the year. So hopefully that helps everybody to understand when those products can be used and when the best timing is for use of those products. And moving on from there, we will definitely get to launching our new products. Chris, I will turn it over to you.
Perfect. Thank you. So yeah, the goal today will be to just kind of run through some new products, but also possibly a product that you're familiar with that we've really excited about, label expansion. So what I'll do is I'll go through, introduce the product and what category that it falls under, which Kelsey just went through. And then we'll take a little deeper dive into each product after that with Josh, an already probably familiar voice to some of you guys with AgriScience. So the first one that we're really excited to talk about is one that you guys probably have already seen or possibly used in our portfolio in the past. It's formerly known as Terrasum 450 plus Dust plus TS201. We have renamed this to Rhizostack Repel. Same ingredients, same actives, but what we've done at this point is also worked with the manufacturer to have a label expansion. So as you can see on here, we're really focusing on the corn, soybeans, cotton, and peanuts. So on the corn side, the original label was the corn rootworm protection as that biocontrol, but they've added fall armyworm, root knot nematode, corn wireworm, and then as we move into the soybeans, we've added the nematode as well, the soybean looper, and stink bug. And then in the cotton, the root knot nematode, and then thrips in the cotton. So like I said, originally this one, when it was released, was a corn rootworm, and we're really excited to have this expansion of the label, and then also having that Terrasum 450 in there as the biostimulant really gives it that 1-2 punch. So this one would fall under our enhancing as a biocontrol. And so excited about that expansion. The next one here is Fortress. This one is one that would fall under the priming, as it is going to prime the plant and kind of prepare it for any type of stress. But I'm going to hand it over to Josh to just take a little deeper dive in Fortress and maybe what you can expect with this product. Josh?
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate the opportunity to talk about the products today. So Fortress, it's going to sound a little bit familiar to some of you, but it's a liquid biostimulant, and it's really built on an ingredient that we call vinasse, which is a byproduct from the yeast fermentation industry there. So essentially what it's going to do is it's really going to help stimulate the plant metabolism. And when we can do that, we can metabolize both nutrition, but also things like herbicide residue, things like fungicide performance as far as metabolizing it through the plant more effectively there as well. We do see an increase in the uniformity of the crop. So for those of you that have been to either Baldwin or Fairfax or one of the plots and you've seen this product in those plots, one of the things that we noticed is just how consistent the the rows are on the ears of corn, and then also just how consistent the pod fill and pod set is on the soybeans as well. We talked about the nutrient use efficiency side of this, but obviously if we can move more nutrition through that plant more effectively, that does a lot of good things for us, and particularly things that help with stress mitigation, things that help us get through cold saturated soils, hot, dry periods. And ultimately, one of the biggest benefits we see with this product is just on soybeans is the flower retention, flower initiation, and then avoiding that flower abortion during those stressful time periods. So we get more flowers on that plant, we hold more flowers on that plant. Ultimately, that sets us up for the opportunity to have some higher yield opportunities there. So does have a nice range from an application use standpoint, 16 to 32 ounces per acre, depending on kind of what your yield goals are for the season. And then, you know, the key crops that we would target with this product, it is a bit of a universal product, could go in anything, but we would really look for corn, soybeans, flowers, and then some secondary crops, obviously alfalfa and wheat and some of those crops, but really good universal product for stress mitigation and for speeding up the metabolism of the plant there. Chris, I'll turn it back to you. Oh, never mind, I'm up again. So to add on to that one, so Fortress, we have now Fortress Plus, which is going to give you all those same benefits that I just went through, as far as the abiotic stress mitigation, the metabolism speeding up, all of those things. But we did get a lot of requests on can we add some additional nutrition to the product? Knowing that you guys are going over the field, particularly on a late season pass on soybeans or corn, can we find a way to maximize that trip across the field and add in some nutrition with it? So Fortress Plus was developed. It is a strong dose of potassium as you're going across the field. And then we do have some key micronutrients in there like boron, manganese, and zinc. So the idea here is how can we get a 2-in-1 product that not only provides you with that abiotic stress component that helps you get through the flowering and through the ear fill on the corn, but also adding in that nutrition that allows you to finish that crop off in the best way possible. One of the other really cool things I like about this product is its healing abilities. So think about this in conjunction with like an insecticide, for example. We've got that damage to the plant from the insects. You're going to go out and you're going to kill all those insects, which is great, but you still have this plant that's got a little bit of shock that's going through. It's got a hormonal shock because it's been getting eaten alive for the last however many days or weeks. And it's also got a little bit of a physical shock on just the damage that was done while the insects were on the plant. This product with the potassium in there in particular does a really nice job of rebalancing out the sugar levels in the plant, of also allowing you to heal that plant. But again, most importantly, changing that plant from being so defensive because it was going through that pressure into being more of an offensive focused plant again and getting back to where we need to go. So really good product. I would target this one with my second pass, kind of a later pass. If it were me, I would target the Fortress as the early pass, target the Fortress Plus as my later pass, and then ideally be able to get the nutrition and the abiotic stress components out of both of them. So go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, and just to go into the categories, so this would be a priming and nourishing. So you kind of get that prime of the Fortress and then the nourishing from the extra micronutrients that are going to be in this one. So the next one that I want to introduce is Micro Matrix. So this one would fall into that nourishing category, but kind of more of just that micronutrient package. So Josh, I'll let you dive in a little deeper.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to have a lot of questions that we can certainly answer here and we'll take a little pause here with some questions coming up here. So keep putting those in the chat box and we'll be happy to get to those for sure. But Micro Matrix, this one is actually, I think, really, really exciting. I know people hear, oh, another micronutrient product. How is this different than all the rest that are on the market? I think this one might be one of the most unique products that I've been able to work with, which is fantastic. So Micro Matrix is different because we use what we call amino acid chelation. So most of the micronutrient products that are on the market are more of an EDTA based micronutrient. And EDTA does a phenomenal job of holding micronutrients in the soil. It's almost like a polymer that holds it in the soil, which avoids it from leaching away. So if you're using micronutrients in furrow, I would highly, highly, highly recommend the EDTA versions of micronutrients. I think they're phenomenal. However, if your goal is to feed that plant a instantly available or as quick as possible available form of micronutrients, amino acid chelated micronutrients are really the way to go. They have a smaller molecule size, which allows them to get into the plant tissue more effectively. But most importantly, the biggest difference is that the plant will recognize amino acids as a food source, where EDTA, it does not recognize that polymer as a food source. So it brings in that amino acid very naturally. It's part of what it would naturally do. And then hidden inside that amino acid is obviously our micronutrient package that we have there. So it's a very well-rounded package as well. It's got manganese, copper, zinc, iron, boron, and it's also got a little bit of nitrogen, phosphorus, and a pretty good amount of sulfur in there as well. We will have the exact analyses and more product in-depth detail as we move forward here. Today, we just wanted to kind of introduce the concept to you. But as far as crops go, again, universal package here.
Hello.
Corn is a very good one to look at. Soybeans, wheat, small grains, all the above. So there's really a nice package there.
Good.
Oh, I'm getting a little feedback here. Okay. So anyway, again, amino acid chelated, in my opinion, from the foliar standpoint, is an extremely really good option for you to look at there. If you're going to go in furrow, this is probably not the product for you. Stick with your EDTA product from that standpoint there. But again, we're excited about this one. It's a little different than maybe what's on the market now for micronutrients.
Perfect. Thank you, Josh. And the last one that we want to talk about is Sarah Guard. This one is going to fall under our priming category. But as you can see in the name there, it looks like some similarities with cereal. So this is going to be one to target kind of that cereal small grain market. So Josh, take it away.
Yes, so this one is a really unique one, or excuse me, a really interesting one in the sense that it's taking a tried and true tested technology, which is seaweed extract. I mean, I think a lot of you have heard about seaweed extract, and man, some of you probably are using them today. And then from there, we really formulate it and blend it with a few other things to kind of differentiate it a little bit there. But in our trials, this one has been an extremely strong performer on small grains, particularly wheat. So we've done winter wheat and we've done spring wheat with this product. And both of those situations, this performs extremely well. But as you're looking at what it's going to do, the biggest thing that it really helps with is that Ascophyllum nodosum variety of seaweed extract really helps support the early stress recovery. It helps with the tillering, it helps with flowering, and then obviously with grain fill as well. So it's just a nice all-around product. Again, not that the Fortress product wouldn't work on small grains, because it certainly could, and it certainly does. But if you're specifically wanting, hey, what is the best option for small grains in the portfolio, the data has suggested that this product is the strongest product that we have for small grain application. The ease of use on it is very nice. It can be used a number of different ways. Can be used in furrow, but most often it's going to be used foliar. A lot of our guys will put it down either at the stem elongation stage, that Feeks 5 through 8. Otherwise, a lot of people will put it down, excuse me, at the stem elongation stage or at the flag leaf stage, that Feeks 5 through 8 stage there. I would suggest it really depends on what you're trying to target. And what I mean by that is what's your challenge in growing. So if you have an issue with getting the number of heads on the wheat to fill, that flag leaf stage is probably the better stage for you to go for. If your goal is specifically to create more tillers to get you more yield potential, then that early stem elongation stage is probably the route that you want to take. You guys know your fields a lot better than I do as far as what your challenges are. But either way, we've seen really nice results with this particular product there. So again, a really nice blend of Ascophyllum nodosum with a couple of the essential nutrients to go along with it in a nice, easy to use foliar option.
Perfect. Thank you, Josh. With that being said, we are really excited about this new group or new class of products, but we will also have a full portfolio of all the same products that we had last year. So all of our key products of emphasis and NutriQuire and NutriQuire Terrasum, our planter box options. So just to name a few, but so our lineup will remain the same as last year with the expansion of these new products. So I'm sure there was some questions around, will this be the only options that YieldMaster Solutions and Legend will offer? But no, these are just added products to our portfolio to give us that well-rounded full season approach. So with that being said, that will complete this call. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.